Hi everyone, I'm Pranjal. I graduated about 3.5 years back in 2015 from the National Law School of India University. Unlike most lawyers, I chose a career in consulting, although I had worked in a few corporate law firms and criminal law offices. But consulting so far has been a really satisfying experience for me. It's creative, it's got a lot more to do with making day-to-day impact in the lives of clients, and there is a genuine room for innovation. Now, after all these years, learning so much, the next step for me is an MBA, which I hope to now pursue at London Business School starting fall 2019. After all these years in consulting, I genuinely thought my learning was quite ad hoc on the job. I did not have a structured education on different aspects of business, nuances of business like financial modeling, business case building, how the different parts of a business work, from supply chain to commercial to finance. And that's what I hope to achieve by going for my MBA now. I hope to come back as a better consultant in the industry I'm in and accelerate my growth really. And then finally, I intend to specialize in the area of regulatory consulting, something that I have been pursuing in some way with my clients till now. And it really blends in my legal and business education. So that's what I hope to do after my MBA. I believe my law degree really prepared me for a people-oriented profession, both within and outside of law. While I was interested in law in general, I didn't feel it was my calling. But when I really started working in consulting, I saw how my law degree really prepared me for it. Of course, law as a subject and as a discipline teaches you to think in a structured manner and more critically, not taking anything on its own. And that's something that's really important in consulting as well, thinking out of the box, elucidating your answers to a client who's not so sure of what you're really going to suggest. And then you also have to gauge the emotional tenor of the situation, which is again something you'd really learn in a courtroom, mock or otherwise. More so over the last couple of years, my clients have been largely in heavily regulated spaces, and today there are a lot of industries where regulations really determine the nature of your business, be it banking, finance, alcohol, tobacco, some really large industries. In fact, in some of the leading companies in these industries, strategy and regulatory roles are closely intertwined. So I think even my work experience with my clients in these industries last few years has really been bolstered by my legal education, and I think that's something that I will carry with me even post MBA. What really worked with me working with the Red Pen was that my lead consultant and the entire team was extremely invested in my application process. They were all keeping a very strong track that I stayed true to my deadlines and calling me out whenever I failed. The problem with working parallelly on your apps as you work is that you tend to often deprioritize your applications, not realizing until it's too late. And that's where something my lead consultant ensured I didn't do that. Apart from that, I think what really worked for me was the fact that my lead consultant and my reviewing team was extremely frank. They would call out what was working, what was not. They would sometimes be overtly critical, trying to ensure my essays, interviews, everything was perfect. And even for the interviews, when we did our mock rounds, even for small things, they'd ensure I at least knew the mistakes I was making. And that kind of frankness and honesty really takes you a long way in achieving some kind of perfection in the interview. Hi, if you're planning to apply this year for your MBA, I would really like to first and foremost tell you that you're going to go for a very deeply probing process. Almost feels invasive. But the fact is, you're going to present yourself to a bunch of people who really know how to find for the right things. So be authentic. If you're really going to pitch to them things or ideas or goals that you don't really believe in, trust me, sooner or later it will come out. So if you're going to do that, either you genuinely start believing in those, and trust me, that's hard, or just don't do it. It takes a lot of courage not to say things that seem like the standard things to say, that seem like the right answers. Your application is all about yourself. The more personal, more real it is, the better it will be. So be authentic, be honest, and say just the things that you want to say. There is no one right answer, and I realized that while in the process, deeply inside. And if you go really with that mindset, it would have really helped me as well. It would really help you as well. My second advice to you is be prepared. There might be some rejections coming your way. Well, if you're really lucky and really that smart, and you've done a great job, you might not get any rejections, and I'm really going to be surprised and happy for you. But if you do get rejections, trust me, I got mine too. It feels horrible. It's a mountain of disappointment because the time and energy you invested in that app seems to have gone waste. First thing, it's not gone waste. It prepared you for the next app, which would have definitely been better than the first one. Second, please remember you just need that one yes from one of the dream universities. Diversify your options. Don't just believe that this is the only one university I'm going to go to. Opt for at least 2 or 3, and out of those, just one needs to accept you. Rest is all noise. Block it out. Focus on the next app. If not this year, next year. Because trust me, if you try hard enough, there's no way you're not going to crack the code. Thanks for watching me out. I hope whatever I said now really helps you. The application process is starting. It's a roller coaster of both goods and bads. But what comes at the end is so incredibly satisfying. If you like the video, please do subscribe to the Red Pen channel on YouTube.